In this episode, we will use CSS queries to select page elements. These are document.querySelector and document.querySelectorAll method. These are the most flexible of all the DOM selector. They accept ID, class name, tag name, and any other valid CSS selector. Now, let's get started. In the console, let's try to select the button using document.querySelector and pass button as a string. Notice, even though there are 3 buttons, this method only returns the first button element it finds. This selector method is flexible, so I can be more specific by passing it a class or ID. For example, add document.querySelector. This time pass btn_remove as a class name. Remember, when using querySelector and querySelectorAll, you need to specify the selector as you write it in CSS. This means adding a dot when selecting a class or hash when selecting an ID. For example, title. Otherwise, it will return a null or an error message. Now, let's try to select all li elements by using document.querySelectorAll method. So add document.querySelectorAll and pass li as a string. We can see all li elements are selected. Likewise, if we pass querySelectorAll method, the class name highlight, it selects and returns multiple li element with the class highlight. Now, in script.js, instead of get elements by tag name and get elements by class name, we will replace them with querySelectorAll method. For this highlight class name, we also need to add dot in front of the class name. If you refresh them, everything still should work as expected. Finally, instead of get element by ID for this update button, we will replace them with querySelector. Since this is an ID, we also need to add hash at the beginning of the ID name. Check the preview, and this works too. Great. This is the end of this session. In the next session, we will get and set content with text content and inner HTML. Feel free to comment below if you have any questions. Also, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel to get more videos in the future. Thank you and see you soon.